Hello dear students, this is Kriti Agrawal from Atal Bihari Vajpayee English Medium Primary School. So we are meeting once again. In the earlier chapter of your science curriculum, that is synthetic fibers and plastic, I taught you about synthetic fibers. I also told you to go through the topic of plastics. I hope you would have read something about plastics. Right? So without wasting a single minute, we will begin with the remaining portion of our chapter and the next topic, that is plastics. What are plastics? The present time is the age of plastics. We all know that, right? Almost all the domestic items are made up of plastics such as mug, bucket, chair, ball pen, cabinet, container, brushes, combs, and so on. There is no end to the number of plastic items used by us. Plastics are polyesters made up of very large number of small monomers joined end to end to form long chains. We have already learned polymers and monomers in the earlier video. I hope you have gone through the earlier video, right? They are usually carbon compounds. They are tough and strong when cold but soften on heating. So when we heat the plastic, how it becomes? It becomes soft. Therefore, they can be easily molded into sheets or drawn into fibers on heating. A plastic is a synthetic material which on being heated becomes soft and can be molded into a desired shape and then hardened to provide a durable article. The property by virtue of which a substance can be easily molded into sheets or drawn into fibers on heating is called plasticity. Some common plastics are bakelite, polythene, terylene and PVC, that is polyvinyl chloride. Where you can see PVC? Yes, in our houses. The wiring which we do, that wiring for the safety are covered by PVC pipes, right? Also the water pipes of plastic that are also made up of PVC. Now kinds of plastics. On the basis of the reaction to heat, plastics are classified into two main categories, that is thermoplastics and thermosetting plastic. We will see thermoplastics first. Plastics that can easily get melted, that is that can become soft easily on heating and becomes hard on cooling are called thermoplastics. These can be molded into different shapes again and again by repeated heating and cooling. Some examples of thermoplastics are polythene, polyether, polyvinyl chloride and polystyrene. Thermosetting plastics. Plastics that once molded into a shape do not melt on heating and cannot be molded again are called thermosetting plastics. Thermoplastics can be heated again and again and can be given any shape again and again. Whereas in case of thermosetting, once they are molded, then they will not melt on heating and then they can be not be given any other shape, right? They maintain their shape and size at high temperatures also. For example, bakelite, melamine and formica. Here I have given you a table where I have characterized various different characteristics of thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. I want all the students to pause the video over here and go through the table very nicely and learn the various different characteristics and properties of thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. Okay, so let us move forward. General properties and uses of plastics. Although different types of plastics differ in some physical and chemical properties, the following properties are common to most of them. And which are those properties? We will see them. Right? Plastics are non-reactive. That means plastics do not react with air and water. They do not get corroded. Corroded means उनको कांट नहीं लगता. Right? For this reason, polyvinyl chloride PVC is used for making water pipes called PVC pipes, water tanks and sanitary fittings. PVC is used for making soles Sole means base of your shoes, right? Soles for shoes and sandals, raincoats, handbags, and bathroom curtains. Plastics are lightweight. Thermocol is the most common example of plastic, known for its lightness and rigidity. It is used for making disposable cups and packing material for fragile items like computers, cell phones, televisions, and refrigerators. We all have seen thermocols, right? Also, we have used it many times. Plastics are strong and durable. They can be molded into different shapes and size. Plastics are generally cheaper than metals. We all know that, right? If we purchase any material that is made up of plastic, it is quite cheaper as compared to the materials made up of metals. Thus, they are widely used in industry and for household articles. For example, number one is melamine. We all have seen melamine dinner set at our home, right? That is, melamine is used for making unbreakable dinnerware, floor tiles, decorative objects, fire resistant fabrics, and kitchenwares. Polythene is used for making carry bags, adhesive tabs, and pipes to transport liquids. Polypropene Polymerization of propene molecules lead to the formation of polypropene. It is used in making synthetic carpets, battery case means cover of the battery, packaging material and containers. And the last one, that is PVC. It is used for making floor tiles, durable toys, furniture and bottles. Now the next property, that is plastics are poor conductors of heat, and because of this reason only bakelite is used for making handles of utensils like cooker, right, then your frying pan, all that having black color handles, are made up of which material? They are made up of the plastic called bakelite. Also the plug of the socket, right, it is also made up of the material that is bakelite. Plastics are poor conductors of electricity, right? Therefore, bakelite is used for making electrical switches and plugs. PVC is used as an insulation cover in electric wires. Plastics are inert to chemicals. Teflon is used for making non-stick cookware, as it is a special type of plastic on which oil and water do not stick, right? So the frying pan or the non-stick pan that we are using in our house in the kitchen, why they are called as non-stick? They are the simple utensils having the coating of the material that is called as Teflon, which prevent it from sticking on the surface of the utensil. Plastics are insoluble in water. Containers such as buckets used to store water are also made up of plastics. Plastics are highly inflammable. That is, they can burn easily, right? So plastics burn easily to produce harmful gases that pollute our environment. So this is a great point of thinking over here, right? Apart from all these characteristics, plastics have a low price. They are cheaper in comparison to metals and are easy to handle. Plastics and the environment. We have seen the further characteristics of plastics, right? But the last point was the point of our concern. Which was the last point? That is, plastics are highly inflammable and it may cause harmful gases that pollute our environment. So let us see what is the relation between the plastics and our environment. When we go to a shop to buy something, the shopkeeper gives those things in a polythene bag. We have already seen this in our daily practice, right? Mineral water and soft drinks are available in plastic bottles. Sometimes we use disposable thermocol plates and cups in social gatherings or any function. We use thermocol plates and cups, right? They are the most convenient ones. So a lot of plastic waste is generated daily, and this plastic waste keeps on accumulating in our homes, right? So I want all of you to do one activity over here. What all the students will do? They will make a list of all the plastic items which we are using in our house. Why we will do so? So that we get the idea about the things which we are using in our house that are made up of plastic. So moving further, ultimately plastic finds its way to the garbage. Plastic waste is a big threat to our environment. This is because plastics are non-biodegradable substances that cannot be broken down easily into simple, harmless substances through natural processes such as action of bacteria. Right? So the most important problem in case of using plastic materials, that is they are non-biodegradable. And as they are non-biodegradable, what they will do? They will cause harm to our environment. Synthetic fibers are also non-biodegradable substances. Substances that can be easily broken down into simple harmless substances by the action of bacteria are called biodegradable substances, like peels of vegetable, fruits, leftover foodstuff, paper, cotton cloth and wool are some biodegradable substances. Disposal of plastic waste leads to following health and environmental hazards. When plastic wastes are burned, they do not get completely burned and produce toxic gases and smoke that causes air pollution. When plastic waste are dumped in water, they cause water pollution. The polybags carelessly thrown here and there are responsible for clogging drains and sewer lines, that is the gutter lines. Most of the plastic waste are dumped in landfills that causes soil pollution. Since plastic buried in the soil cannot be decomposed by microorganisms, they prevent rainwater from seeping into the earth. That means they prevent rainwater from going deep into the soil. The water thus remains on the earth's surface forming muddy pools. We throw polybags, wrappers of chips, biscuits and other eatables and disposable plastic bottles on the road or in the parks. This not only makes the place look ugly but also provides breeding grounds for many diseases causing germs and insects. Right? I have shown in the above pictures that how the plastics are causing harm to our environments in many ways. If we are burning them, they will cause the smoke. If we are burying it under the soil, they remain in the soil and they clog the path of the water going into the soil. Right? And if they are thrown here and there, they cause the germs to grow and cause many diseases in the environment. Many animals eat food waste from the garbage dumps. During eating the food waste, they sometimes swallow polythene bags and wrappers of food also. The plastic materials choke their respiratory system or sometimes digestive tract and can be cause of their death. So this is a very sad moment, right? Because of the eating of the plastic, many animals die, right? Because they choke their respiratory system and it causes harm to the digestive tract. Most of the chemicals used in the preparation of plastic can cause cancer among the workers working in the plastic manufacturing industry. So this is also another problem, right? During recycling of thermoplastic, certain coloring agents are added. It is unhygienic to keep foodstuff in the recycled plastic. So we should not keep our foodstuff in the plastic. So it is an advice to all the students, always use your bottles and tiffin boxes made up of metal material rather than the plastic material, right? Because it is harmful for your health. Now, what will be the solution for these problems created by plastics? As a responsible citizen, we must remember the golden 4R principle. The most important 4R. And what are these 4R? That is reduce, reuse, recycle and recover. To stop environmental pollution, we should develop habits that are environment friendly. We will see that habits one by one. That is number one, we should avoid the use of plastics. For example, we should not ask for plastic bags when we go for shopping. Instead, we should carry jute or cotton bags. We should clean and dry plastic bags, plastic containers, and plastic disposable bottles for reuse. We should not use two types of bins. We should use two types of bins, that is green bin and blue bin, for disposing waste, that is biodegradable waste such as peels of vegetables, fruits, leftover food, paper and cotton should be thrown in the green color bin. Green color bin means green color dustbin. Whereas non-biodegradable waste like plastic waste and glass should be thrown in the blue color dustbin. This collected plastic is then melted and recycled. We should not throw plastic disposable bottles, polybags and wrappers on the roads. Never dispose of the articles made up of plastic in the sewage system. We should not put the plastic materials in the gutter lines. It may block the gutter lines, right? Presently, all kinds of thermoplastics are melted together to produce recycled plastic. For example, the black plastic bags are made from recycled plastic. We should develop environmental friendly habits to reduce the harmful effects associated with plastics. Now, we will go through a very short topic remain in the chapter, that is the electronic waste. What is electronic waste? Electronic waste includes the electronic items that are rejected as useless. For example, mobile phones, television, computers, stereo system, that is the music system, and other electronic items become outdated with time. They become useless. We need to repair, properly manage and reprocess them instead of throwing away, because they contain harmful substances that pollute our environment. So these are the various small steps which I have listed down so that we can minimize the use of plastic and save our mother earth as far as possible. There are various steps which we can follow easily in our day-to-day routine life and prevent our environment from getting polluted. I hope you have understood the entire chapter very well and cleared your doubts. This is all for today's session. Hope you have understood. So keep learning and keep practicing. Thank you.